All right, big news dropped. This is the second Hot 3. Big news dropped actually during the first segment. It was announced by Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN that our boy, Trip, Jaren Jackson Jr., is going to be joining the Team USA for the FIBA World Cup in Philippines this year, starting in August. There's a lot that we can get to with that. There's a lot that tells us about Jaren and whatever, but I want to get just y'all's initial thoughts about Jaren, a Grizzly, being picked to be a part of that team.
That's really cool, man. He's awesome. 23 years old. He's the VP of one of the VPs of the damn NBA Players Association. He's shown his worth. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year. He's a first-team All-Defensive twice.
Two-time
Just
All-Star.
made an All-Star. Just one All-Star so far.
Yeah, right, sorry.
But, like, this dude at 23 years old, man, this is one of the more accomplished guys we've seen at this young of an age in Grizzlies history.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, I have said this on several different occasions. Not only is it going to be cool to see him play in the FIBA World Cup, but he, to me, when we look at the Grizzlies as a whole, he's the key to unlocking the championship contention.
Yep.
He's the key. Yeah, Ja's got the all-star, superstar upside. Desmond Bane is getting way better every single year. He's creating. He's getting to the rim. He's doing a lot more on the offensive end. But Jaren, with how much he does and bringing those defensive, the defensive schemes together, with what he is as a rim protector, with how good he was to end this year offensively as a scorer, like he is, to me, like the key to really unlocking this thing going into the future. But you see reminders every day that he is that guy, that he can be that good. And this is just another example, him being right there with some of those peers he has on the FIBA World Cup team.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like you said, it's an awesome accomplishment for anyone. I mean, that's a cool thing for anyone that plays professional sports, professional basketball, to be able to do that. But for a 23-year-old that's not been in the league long, that some may have written off after a couple years because the development wasn't quite there.
And injuries.
You're right. And now, as you mentioned, someone who just won Defensive Player of the Year, was an All-Star, is trending to be one of the better bigs in the NBA over the next 8 to 10 years with how young he is and with how athletic and just the overall upside he has. So props to Jaren. That's awesome.
Yep, it sure is.
One of the things that I wanted to bring up about it, and we can get past this real fast, is just the idea that how many seasons has Jaren ended and having to go get some rehab, go get some surgery, and not been able to really develop. Do you guys expect him to come back? Obviously, he has no injuries. He's playing for the Team USA. Do you guys expect him to come back next season a different kind of player because of the experience he's about to have?
Well, the biggest thing is obviously avoiding injury there, and I'd feel a lot better about that. But he started this year, if you'll remember, like on the sideline.
Yep.
It was 15 games he had to miss to start the year. As long as he doesn't have that going into next year, you feel good about where his development will be, how good he'll be just starting the season instead of having to sit out and then have a ramp-up period and everything else. But no, I don't know if this gives him an extra edge,
right?
But it's certainly a cool thing to play for your country.
Yeah, I'm right there on that. Like, regardless of if he was going to play for Team USA or not, with him being healthy and, fingers crossed, him staying healthy throughout the offseason, I expect a big jump next year anyway, and for his development to continue to skyrocket, because he doesn't have to, as Gabe said, start the year on the bench. Like, if he gets a full offseason and is able to go through camp and everything healthy and start the season healthy, I think we see a different animal from day one because he doesn't have that ramp-up period.
Mm-hmm.